Alphonso Davies is the best left back in the world. Statement, mic, drop. Alphonso Davies is the best. The best Canadian player ever to play the game. Probably one of the best North Americans ever to play the game. Possibly the best left back on earth right now. FC Bayern Munich beats Eintracht Frankfurt 5-2 in today's Bundesliga matchups. And my God, if you thought Alphonso Davies was rusty last week, he was here to play. Bayern Munich wins 5-2. Alphonso Davies gets an assist on the Thomas Müller goal, Bayern's second of the game, and then after Frankfurt turned a 3-0 lead to a 3-2 lead very quickly. Right after Frankfurt got two quick goals, Alphonso Davies steps up, takes advantage of some terrible defending, walks through the Frankfurt D, and scores his second Bundesliga goal of the season to put Bayern up 4-2, en route to Bayern Munich winning 5-2 and moving back up to 4 points ahead of Borussia Dortmund, leading into Tuesday's matchup against Dortmund. Now, I'm not going to lie, last week's Bundesliga matchups were missing something. They just all seemed a little off, and I kind of blamed a part of it on lack of fans. And yes, that's still there, but I think the players being rusty from not playing for 2-3 months was the biggest factor, because now all the players had a game under them. They're starting to get their match fitness back up, and they all seemed going at almost 100%. This week's game was just a much higher quality of football than we saw last week. Every player was up, bringing their A game, improving on what was a disappointing match week last week, and it was just an absolutely fantastic series of events for Bayern Munich, with the exception of like 4 minutes in the second half where Frankfurt scored twice. But Bayern Munich firing on all cylinders and really just solidifying themselves moving into Tuesday's matchup against Dortmund, which, had they not pulled a win out today, would have determined who would be currently in first place. But now Bayern is 4 points up on Dortmund, so they can lose this Tuesday's game and still hold first place in the Bundesliga table. And Alphonso Davies gave Canadian soccer fans something to talk about. Canada soccer Twitter is exploding right now because of Alphonso Davies getting a goal and an assist in this big win by Bayern Munich. Davies, again, just showing he is the utmost class on a day where Jadon Sancho did not start for Borussia Dortmund, and Erling Haaland had a very rare game where he did not score, making the best 19-year-old footballer in the world today right into the hands of Alphonso Davies. Playing in the Bundesliga with those two, it can be hard for Davies to, on any given week, despite how good he is, be the number one U20 player in his league right now. But today he takes center stage, and this week at least he was 100% the best U20 player on earth. And coming off of a week where he's now being linked to possibly go to Real Madrid, and people are already starting to say he is not just going to be one of the best left backs in the world, he already is one of the best left backs in the world. He puts up a performance worthy of the title of one of, if not the best left backs in the world right now. I mean, I say this every time I watch Alphonso Davies play, is every time I see him play, my expectations for his ceiling increase. And after this week's game, I just can see him elevating his game to levels that we didn't even think were possible of him. He is just a truly spectacular player. He gets forward, controls the ball in situations where he should not be able to control it. The second the ball got out of the Frankfurt defender's control on his goal, he was instantly on it. You knew he was going to score. You knew the Frankfurt defense wasn't going to be able to get to that ball before he was. He just is able to run all day. The second opposition players make a mistake, he's on the ball like that. He's going to be the first one to get it. If he makes a mistake, he has the speed to get back and cover for himself. His speed is so great, it mitigates his own mistakes and exacerbates his opponent's mistakes. It's just a deadly skill, and it's not even the only thing he has in his arsenal, and it's just what makes him such a special player. And it's just something you hear with young players over and over again is, oh, they get better every week they come out. And that has never been more true than it is for Alphonso Davies, where week by week you can see him coming out each week and he's better than he was the week before. And every week he just surprises you with just his level of competence as a 19-year-old, his level of skill, his level of performance as a 19-year-old. He's a regular starter on one of the biggest teams in the world. After a year and a half ago, he was playing on a subpar MLS team. It's just incredible how fast he's developed and how basically every game he's played since he was 15 and first signed with the Vancouver Whitecaps, you've seen each game him get better and better and better visibly with each game. The kid can play, and every week, every game, his ability to play is increased, and it's just constantly getting scarier. And who knows how high his ceiling is, because he's already passed what many people thought was going to be his ceiling when he first came into the professional scene. And he just continues every week to shoot past expectations that were laid out for him, and the bar that he has set for himself to reach keeps getting higher and higher. But the real thing is, who knows how high that bar can go. All I know is at the age of 19, he is already a regular starter for a super club in Europe and is only being linked to other super clubs in Europe. Alphonso Davies is going to be a household name in world football, a household name in the Champions League for a long time. And to be honest, I feel bad for the lower mid-table Bundesliga teams like Frankfurt, who are going to have to play against Alphonso Davies for the next who knows how many years. He's just getting started. So yeah, there you have it. Bayern Munich beats Eintracht Frankfurt 5-2. Alphonso Davies, the Canadian legend, 1 goal, 1 assist in what is probably the biggest impactful offensive performance he's had in the Bundesliga this season. And Bayern Munich, 4 points up on Borussia Dortmund going into Tuesday's huge matchup. As always, if you like this video, hit like. If you want me to see more of my stuff, hit subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, link is down below in the description, and I will see you next time.